and what looked to potentially be a Dignitas round has gone against them, unless MSL can clutch.
Absolutely, it's all down to MSL here. He has the bomb, so he has that in his favour, but very limited health, and Kusha and Oscar both getting fragged so far, on point with Kevlar. MSL without, he'll take some shots as he's running away and manages to dodge them all Matrix style. Pushes up close and tries to get a new position, but Oscar's too quick, won't allow him to do it. At least they've got the bomb down by Dignitas. Next round they go full eco, I imagine. Then they'll buy up with HellRaisers only sitting on 6 rounds. So 11-6, they'll do a force buy, hopefully outpace Oscar getting an AWP, get up close and personal versus the rifles.
Alright, so let's see whether your prediction is exactly what's going to come to fruition. Yeah, pretty much only P250s on the Team Dignitas side. And no armor, of course, because the AKs will most likely come round number 18. So they'll go for the early buy, could make it work in their favour. And it looks like they're just going to try and brute force the bomb plant down. Angel playing from a distance with that FAMAS, gets not just one but two. Schneider with the UMP. That kill will allow him to rack up a bit of cash, and he should be able to find an easy kill onto Tensky as well. And there we go, 11-6. But surely with how easy the T's went down there, HellRaisers will be aware that the AKs are probably going to be coming out and that they'll need to stack up on some proper firepower in the form of rifles.
Yeah, we'll see most of them bought rifles anyway for masses and M4s, and yeah, no SMGs left on the side. There is that scout for Oscar because he wouldn't have been able to afford an AWP. Decided not to take the pistol, went straight to the scout, but he may find it difficult against these AKs if he plays a poor decision in where he plays like a poor position. Apologies. It's all about positioning to use that scout. I mean, if he finds a good jump spot to use it in, he could cause some damage, but straight up against an AK in the open, never mind. He's just done it against MSL.
The power of the scout, my friend. Tensky and his right-hand man, I believe, in the form of Kirby, making their way out towards short. All eyes on a potential CT, jumping up and down on that small boost area. Styko holding the B bomb site along with Oscar, while the other three CTs are slap bang on top of B, which does seem to be like it is going to be the final destination, the final target for the Team Dignitas players. Angel gets one, Angel gets two, before finally getting killed, and now Kirby is going to have to hunt down a few more kills. Can he do it? He gets one before finally getting taken out. The force, not the force buy, but the full-on AK buy as a result of planting on the pistol round for Team Dignitas, not proving enough for them to finally win their first T round here on Overpass. And HellRaisers, they're going to be over the moon with that, and this is their chance now to bring this back down to at least 11-8.
You'd hope so, but remember, Dignitas on these ecos can be very deadly. HellRaisers need to be aware of this. In fact, HellRaisers are going to go incredibly aggressive. They're going to go get info, and there's a lot coming through Underpass right now, and thankfully HellRaisers decided to move back at the right time, and that is a wonderful nade there by Styko.
Gets the nade, and to add insult to injury, gets the M4 spray down right afterwards as well. A lot of damage dealt up against these unarmored opponents with the use of them grenades. Styko gets his third of the round. Oscar joins in with a fourth, and now I guess it's just a case of finding whereabouts Tensky is and shutting him down as well.
Yeah, Styko will look to close this one out, get the quad, but Oscar will be there with the MP7. Probably better that he gets that kill, so he'll get the money bonus from using an SMG and get him closer to that AWP buy that he desperately needs. Is he going to decide to upgrade? He will decide to upgrade, so he's going to bring that AWP into the picture. It's been so deadly against Dignitas so far. He really needs to get it as soon as possible, and now he has it. He's got to be careful where he uses it. He mustn't over peak and lose it early on and give it to Dignitas and give it to MSL or Rubino, and they'll use it against him. He's got to stay back and help his team properly. And Angel dominant on short right now.
Angel storming straight through short, searching for Team Dignitas heads, and he finds them and chews them off. Rubino going in search of frags of his own, gets one onto Kucha before getting traded by Schneider. And once again, Logan, Team Dignitas' terrorist side looking poor, and in contrast to their CT side. They've looked very weak. What do you think the solution is?
I can't really say with any real certainty. I mean, it just seems to be lack of trays, lack of frags. When they're going in, HellRaisers seem prepared. I think maybe Dignitas need to stop being so scared of Oscar and his AWP. They need to get an AWP of their own, play it slow, find an opening, because at times Angel can be very aggressive, and Kucha as well actually. They can be very aggressive in the early round trying to get information, and they just need to counter that really. Let them push out and as T sit outside the site, but oh, see a plant going down here for Dignitas was exactly what they needed to get that extra cash.
Yep, extra cash gained, but unfortunately another round lost. 11-10 will now be the score. And Styko, I think that was shooting the face of, I think that was Schneider who was diffusing in the fire once upon a time for Fnatic, who Valve dedicated that small decal on the wall with. But yeah, this is it, Logan. Team Dignitas, they don't win this one, it's going to be 11-11, and they're yet to really win a terrorist round here on Overpass, which, like I said earlier on, in contrast to their CT side, has been quite poor. So this is their time to shine, if there ever was a time to do so.
Yeah, they need to challenge them though. They need to challenge these HellRaisers players. They can't let HellRaisers have map control, which is what they've had so far. They seem scared of Oscar at the moment, not knowing where he's going to appear without AWP, and they're not been confident taking these peeks against the HellRaiser players. They need to. Unfortunately, MSL just picks the wrong position to peek. Now this is where they need to push. They need to push B. They know where Oscar is without AWP. They need to rotate towards B, hit B hard, knowing the AWP won't be there. In fact, the AWP is down now. That's perfect from config. They need to capitalise right now.
Well, let's see whether they're going to take your advice and start to move and act fast. Stiko preparing that Molotov down just outside the toilets to slow down any Dignitas players making their way around that side of the map to reduce their tempo. But now Kucha is ready for the worst. He's going to miss that AWP shot though and gives away his position, but makes amends as he finds one. Can he make it two? The answer is no. And Dignitas start to march towards this smaller A bomb site. Can they take it by storm? Robinho most certainly has. 2 kills for him. Phenomenal play. And Config will catch Schneider as he crept out of the smoke as well. Team Dignitas, they've huffed and puffed, but it's finally starting to pay off for them. But it's important now that they make it 2 in a row.
Cometh the man, and it's Robinho who's the man that round. That frag on the rotating CT at the truck area is crucial. If he allows him to get past and get an angle on the planter, get a crossfire set up without man pushing from back, I believe, it's a lost round. It's really tough for Dignitas to pull that back, but he gets the kill. Gets the round, and MSL looking dominant as well right now.
3 versus 3. Angel and Schneider quickly turn it to make it even Steven. Angel hears the footsteps of Robinho coming from behind him and manages to kill him. But the bomb has gone down somewhat unnoticed over towards the A bomb site. That's where the HellRaiser casualties were. And now all Team Dignitas have to do is play this slowly and patiently. Config nails Angel in the face before Schneider gets revenge, and MSL now needs to play the clock. He's got this Molotov to burn any potential defusers, but he's going to have to give away his position soon. That smoke will stop any potential Molotov he throws down. MSL, oh, he's going to clutch and make it 13-10. The smoke went down, but he caught the diffuser just before he climbed the steps, and Team Dignitas are going to win a round that you can argue they had no right to win. 13-10 the score. HellRaisers still have enough cash to buy up, but they got to win this one, or they're going to be pushed back onto the eco, and we could end up seeing Team Dignitas on match point.
Do you want to know how I knew Dignitas were going to win that round?
HLTV scorebot.
Nope. MSL killed Oscar as the first kill of a round. As soon as Oscar's down, I've got zero faith with HellRaisers. They play around him so heavily. As soon as he's down, that's it. Game over. Win for Dignitas.
Fair play.
But I'm not trying to take anything away from MSL. That was an amazing clutch play. The choice of leaving 10 bullets in his mag after spraying the smoke, just in case that HellRaiser player decides to come off a defuse and challenge. Great decision making there, and it paid off. Won the round for his team.
So here we go. Rubino and Tensky sneaking up towards the A bomb site. As smokes are lobbed over towards the bank and truck area. Kirby catches a glimpse of Oscar and he manages to kill him. And according to your logic, Logan, Oscar down should mean a Dignitas round. Styko and Angel though think otherwise, leaving Tensky in a 1 versus 3. Tensky's going to need a hat-trick of kills if he is to salvage anything from this round. He knows exactly where Styko's hiding, but that nade's going to land right in front of Tensky, leaving him on 1 HP. Bomb down on the ground. It's not going to be easy to pick it up, and unless Tensky can go massive, this round surely is not going to go in favour of Dignitas, and it doesn't. Oscar hits the deck, but Dignitas still can't capitalise. 13-11.
Absolutely. So, Dignitas were a little bit over eager to commit there. Had some CT players that managed to work their way in smokes into the back lines and wreak havoc. And tried to plant before the site was properly secured. So, bit of a mistake there from Dignitas. However, all's not over. They're on eco now and they can be really deadly when they push together as a unit, which is what we're going to do now. HellRaisers playing very far back to try and counter this aggression from Dignitas.
Dare I say it, same old story. It's almost exactly the same as what we saw on Cash, almost exactly the same as what we saw on Mirage. This game has been ridiculously tight. Just how we all like our Counter-Strike games to be. Oscar gets an AK kill onto Kirby. Tensky gets 2 with only a pistol in hand. But can the bomb go down here towards A? Kucha sprays and prays from CT spawn. Has to pull out that pistol as Rubinho dodges and dives around the map. He gets 1 headshot onto Angel, but unless he can kill Kucha as well, he's not going to win the round, and he doesn't. 13-12 the score now, Logan, and it's just too tough to call.
Yeah, it is. I think actually what happened there was he ran out of ammo from the CZ and had to try and quickly grab another weapon, which is why he was out in the open when Kucha, I believe it was, pitched round and got the kill on him. So it's kind of unfortunate over CZ allowed him to get all those kills, but the lack of ammo on it just made him come loose at the end and gave around to HellRaisers. But a lot of damage being caused by Dignitas. Can't take it away from him because it's forced Angel onto an SMG.
Who's going to end up victorious? Is it going to be the ones with the weapon of Mikhail Kalashnikov? Or is it going to be those with the Colts of the land of democracy in the form of America? Angel with that UMP gets 1. Oh, gets a double! Phenomenal play from Angel, but Dignitas quick to retaliate. 2 versus 2. Frags happening in very, very quick succession. And now Dignitas in the driving seat of this Lamborghini here on overpass. Bomb close to going down over towards the A bomb site, but Kucha might just be able to stop it from doing so. No, Rubinho dodges it just in the nick of time, and now Kucha with it all to do. He's managed to pick up a flashbang, he's managed to pick up a HE grenade. Let's see whether he can use them to his advantage. Here we go, Rubinho hears Kucha's footsteps making his way up towards the planted bomb, and even though Kucha landed the headshot onto Tensky, superb crossfire from the Danes, and it is going to be a win for Team Dignitas as far as this round is concerned, or I guess at least Norwegian in Rubinho's case. Apologies about calling them Danes, but 14-12.
I think HellRaisers, they made the right decision. They're playing for the overtime. They had absolutely no money whatsoever. Force buying up now against Dignitas with AKs, it'd be a risky play. Have to be a brave man to call that, and we're just going to go for a full eco, except for that 1 eagle, and hopefully next round take it to 15-15 overtime and win it in overtime, because they're not going to win this round.
Or are they? Kucha thinks otherwise, but nope. AK's reigning supreme in the end. Bomb getting planted on B. And Stico and Angel without much to work with, and with a lot to do, to say the least. Surely it's only going to be a matter of time until Team Dignitas secure that all-important match point, and 1 more round is all they'll need to walk out of Overpass with a 2-1 victory in this best of 5.
Striker left on very little health. Gonna go for an exit kill. He's probably gonna get the bomb here. Nope. And 13 HP didn't matter though. He had nothing to save. He's going to try and get not even a pistol. Well, he actually does.
He's picked
he
up a
does manage
Glock.
to pick up a second Glock though. He'll be disappointed with that. Doesn't matter. He'll buy an M4. So round HellRaisers have to win here if they want to keep in this map. We said it was going to be close at the start of this map. It's been close every game so far, and they're really not disappointed here, either team.
There we go. The flash from Rubino towards short to allow config and code into that area and flash any CTs who decided to in fact aggress towards them. Kirby finds the first kill of the round with the headshot onto Schneider. Perfect start that is pretty much exactly what Team Dignitas would have been hoping for coming into this round. You can't help but feel that if Team Dignitas can just get one more kill, you know, spread the CTs out just a little bit further, that they may very well have this map in the bag.
Just like some sort of fake here. MSL's going to be smoking off from long and pushing up while actually the bomb will go B, and see if it pulls a rotate out from HellRaisers. It won't. Steiker will kill the one player there and say to his team, look, no one else here, it's probably going to be a B, and HellRaisers mount a very strong B defense here.
Definitely do. Oscar flanking from behind, gets one, and the rest of the CTs are just going to play this patient, wait for Kirby to stroll into one of their crosshairs, and the man who was lucky enough to get that cheap kill was Kucha, who pushed through the pipe towards long. So there we go, 15-13. This, again, going straight down to the wire. If there's anything that we've lacked so far in this grand final of GOCL, of the second season of GOCL, in this best of 5 grand final, it's an overtime. So maybe, just maybe, the overtime dream might be real. Dignitas, everyone bar Tensky with armor, but unfortunately, firepower-wise, only pistols.
Indeed, I think this is a solid decision here. They've saved quite a bit of cash in the bank, and they're going to win it out, hopefully. Well, they hope, at 16-14, but we've got to do some damage right now, and Oscar doing the damage with 3 quick frags, and he'll go down. Tensky has an AK, but no Kevlar. What can he do with it?
Well, not much, according to Stiko, and there we go, 15-14. HellRaisers win this one, we're going to overtime. Dignitas win this one, and ladies and gents, they'll have a 2-1 lead in this best of 5, and we'll be going to map number 4, which will be Inferno. So what do you reckon, Logan? Are we seeing an overtime, or are we going to Inferno?
I think there could be an overtime here. I mean, HellRaisers have it in them. They need to dig deep, really think about what will Dignitas be aiming to do right now, and that's probably group up. So just want to get the info, find out where they're going, fall back, just play classic CS, and there we go. Great shot from Oscar to open up the round.
Can Kirby get revenge though? He knows exactly where Oscar is, but just misses him. Oh, literally by an inch or two. Config and Kirby both are going to be trying to hunt him down. I think they're going to find him. They are. So now 4 versus 4. This favours Team Dignitas. Can they capitalise though? MSL is toying around with the HellRaisers defence towards this smaller A bomb site, towards the bank. And I'm sure it's only going to be a matter of time until we see the smoke start to get lobbed over towards the back of the bank, towards that small opening towards CT spawn. And we see Team Dignitas start to push this smaller A bomb site. Bomb is making its way towards long. Do you reckon HellRaisers can hold things off here?
I think they can. They've got the information that they need. They've got really good rotation so far. Like every single round, HellRaisers have been rotating so quickly onto this bomb site. I think they'll be able to hold this 4v4. But Dignitas, they look like they're going back. Are they going to rotate? Yes, they are. But with only 20 seconds to go, it's going to be difficult for them to clear this entire B site and get the bomb down.
Yeah, they're going to have to storm in together. Kucha, he took that jump and he spotted the terrorists on short. Schneider's coming with a nade that he threw in off the upper area. And ladies and gents, the bomb, is it going to go down? It has gone down, but surely Kirby cannot stay alive. And we are going to an overtime. 15 all the score. I thought map number 1 in the form of Mirage had everything. Cash proved me wrong. I thought Cash had everything. Overpass has now proven me wrong. We're going to overtime, 15 all. And again, same old story, Logan. It's just too tight to call.
It is indeed. I mean, HellRaisers right now, they're clutching on by their fingertips and they're still in it now. We got the AWP on Oscar, great economy, and we see a pause coming out, which is probably the right thing to do. It's going to be MSL pausing and talking to his team. Come on, guys, let's clue up. You know, we were doing great early on this half. Let's try and recapture that. Let's try and recapture that success and close it out. Apparently, though, actually, one of their monitors shut down. That's what they're saying.
Kirby's monitor. See, that's why you should buy one of the awesome ISO monitors that we have down at the studios. They're really nice. And orange.
You like orange, do you?
I do, yeah. That's why Virtus Pro are my favourite team. They wear orange. ISO monitors for the win. No, but I mean, going back to that last round, saw someone, you know, sort of mention that they thought it was a bit of a poor fake attempt towards the A-bomb site from Team Dignitas. Do you think it was a fake? Do you think it was just, you know, a last-minute decision to go down the toilets? Do you think Team Dignitas had felt that they applied sufficient pressure towards that A-bomb site to force the extra rotation over towards A? And let's not tell a lie, they did. There were 3 CTs over on A, but if it wasn't for Kucha playing that jumping position on top of the sandbags and spotting them early and calling the rotation to come in early, then he may not have been as well prepared, both mentally and physically, to get that opening frag onto the guy with the bomb as he did.
I'm not sure whether it was a fake. I don't know if they intended to, because they stacked a lot of people over towards A. I mean, if it was going to be a fake, usually you'd leave one person towards B, so it'd be probably someone in that tunnels area spotting the jump spot where Kusha was getting all that information from. You know, that tunnel entrance spotting above the wall. He would have been able to say, okay, Kusha's just seen me, let's not go here, or even kill Kusha and deny that vision. But the fact that they took all of their players towards A and then rotated all of them tells me it wasn't planned. It was probably given an A push and then a gut call came in and they decided to go towards B.
Whew. So, for anyone who's just tuned in, map number 1 was Mirage. Dignitas won that, which was their pick. Map number 2 was Cash. HellRaisers won that, which was their pick. And this is Dignitas' pick, and no one's won it just yet because we're going into overtime. And as soon as this map's over, the next map we'll have will be Inferno. And Overpass to one side, you know, regardless of who ends up victorious here on Overpass. Who do you see Inferno going towards? Do you see it more as HellRaisers' map, even though it was their choice, or more of a map where Dignitas can capitalise on?
I think it's got all the hallmarks of the Dignitas map. It's very CT sided, which Dignitas are very strong on. Very, very strong on that CT side. They're able to use their utility correctly, set good crossfires, and generally play in a very solid manner. So I would say, thinking about it, it favours Dignitas. However, it's very close to call because HellRaisers love to do the style of get the early information, get the pick, and then late round rush together as a team in a classic cis style right at the last second. And Inferno is a map that favours that because the cities have such a lack of vision and the teams can work up so close to those bomb sites and get in very quickly. It may be helpful to the HellRaisers as well. So it's so hard to call because there's positives for both sides.
So here we go. Unpause is finally coming in. Do you want to put your neck on the line and make a prediction for this overtime?
I'm very hesitant to. I originally said Dignitas will win out the game 3-1. I still feel like that's what's going to happen, but I'm doubting myself right now. I'm a little bit scared for them.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to put my neck on the line and predict that Dignitas will take this one, and then my gut feeling tells me HellRaisers will take Inferno, and then Cobblestone, the decider, honestly could go either way. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. At the moment, Oscar is all eyes on the toilets. I like this setup that HellRaisers have got going on. You know, the AWP in Oscar is going to be the first point of contact anyone in that area for Team Dignitas will see, but as soon as they end up pushing out. Once Oscar falls back out and baits them out, they're going to have literally Stico to their right, and then I believe that's Schneider to their left, just hiding in the corner. So Team Dignitas have got to be careful not to fall into the trap that HellRaisers have set up here.
At the same time, here we go. Insky just watching for the jump over the top. Won't get the kill, but Snyder will. Getting great information here, Snyder. Finding out where all these Dignitas players are stacking up.
Talking about Schneider, he is going to get killed. Stico has fallen back into a much more passive position, and he's going to be all eyes on any potential teams making their way out along. He deals the damage onto MSL before hitting the deck. Config gets a kill, but it's not going to be enough as both Oscar and Angel come in with kills of their own. And now it's important that HellRaisers do not turn this 2 versus 1 into a 1 versus 1, and they do exactly not that. And they will defuse the bomb. HellRaisers strike first blood here in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, the play from Tensky there on short, he goes for the kill on the jumping play and then decides, okay, actually I'm going to run towards A, but HellRaisers heard it, they realised what was happening, they got the early information that we're stacking up for A, and everyone rotated to that A site. You had 4 HellRaiser players on that A site when Dignitas pushed in, and there's no way in hell they're breaking through that.
Angel taking a peek through the pipe at short. Meanwhile, Stico, Oscar and Schneider are all going to get a killer piece. HellRaisers really starting to raise hell so far here in overtime. And MSL will be the final casualty of this round. And again, we've gone back to that all same old Team Dignitas not having too much success on the terrorist side. But fortunately, because of the way the overtime works, they still have plenty of money to play with here, Logan. What do you want to see him do differently and why?
I want to see him go for a B take with smokes, with flashes, with mollies, fast. They're very good at doing set executes. They should use that, and we'll see one player outside B, but the majority go out towards fountain area. So maybe they're just gonna do an aggressive mid push, get a frag, pull back and go B. They've left Rubino over here to keep information on this B side, which is what they didn't do before when they did the A and then rotated to B. So it could be a late round B push. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, indeed. Kirby, all eyes on any potential CTs, going aggro towards short. Not going to find much though. And now they play a waiting game. Tensky's anticipating a boost of some sort. And he's not wrong, you know. If he peeks again, he could very well run straight into Schneider. But it's going to be Schneider who gets the better of him. Rubino has to retaliate, and he does. And the Team Dignitas men start to stream in towards this B bomb site. Rubino gets his second before getting blown to smithereens by Schneider. Schneider gets his third of the round before finally getting killed. And now 2 versus 1. MSL headshots Oscar. But can he spray Stico through the smoke? They both know exactly where each other are. Stico lobs that flash over and he's going to go hunting down the Team Dignitas in-game leader. And he's going to bang him through the bit of metal. 18-15. That round could have gone either way. And it's gone in the favour of HellRaisers.
That was such a classic round there. Just trade for trade, both sides doing what they can to counteract each other, and in the end, just came on to a duel, and who would have spotted the first player through smoke? Fortunately, MSL got spotted out first, and that allowed Stico just shooting through the very thin piece of dividing metal. So, such a close round there, trade after trade, each side doing what they had to do, and eventually HellRaisers coming out on top.
Smoke going down towards just outside of toilets. Stico though. Oh, despite that flash blowing up in his face, he was ready for Tensky coming his way. What's Stico going to do now? Because providing the communication ain't doing too poorly for Team Dignitas, they should know someone's still lurking in and around that area. But they had no idea that Angel was still at the back of this A-bomb site. Rubino gets his third of the round. He's going massive here for this round. It'd still take a brave man to put money on it. Rubino and Config, dead men walking. Config on 3 HP, Rubino on 6. And it is going to be Rubino to make it for 4 kills for the Norwegian. And Team Dignitas in this overtime, for the first time in this overtime, win a terrorist round.
big round there from Rubino. Absolutely huge. Had to go big. Someone did on Dignitas. Someone had to make an impact, and it was ultimately Rubino with those 4 frags. The first 2 were very, very crucial in the way it allowed his team to get onto the site. But those last 2 frags, if he peaked a bit too early for that last kill, he's dead and then Config's dead on site. He had to time that perfectly considering his health. Well played to the lad.
Future gets an AWP kill. Angel says, anything you can do, I can do better with my M4. And suddenly, in the blink of an eye, Team Dignitas are 3 men down going into this final round of this first half of overtime. Don't know what you think, Logan. I think it's been a bit of a disappointing half of Team Dignitas. Sure, you know, the terrorist side on overpass, as we saw in normal time, isn't really their ideal side on this map, but to win only 1 round, I think they'll have liked at least 2 or 3.
Absolutely, they would have wanted more than that, and it's going to make it incredibly hard for them to see out this second half of overtime. They have to win every single round if they want to win, and if they just lose 1 round, they're at least playing another set of overtime, if not losing the game. So pressure on right from the go for Team Dignitas. They have to come in big. They have to have a big entry right now into this half. See what MSL can do with this AWP, and whether he's going to challenge Oscar. Wow, actually, 2 AWPs being picked up here for HellRaisers, so they're making a statement in this round.
Well, let's see whether the double AWP setup is going to make a difference. Kucha thinks it is going to, and it's proving to us that it's going to. Oscar going in search of the toilets. I think he can smell something in and around that area. As HellRaisers eagerly look to find second kill for this round. Kucha is going to get it, but unfortunately at the expense of Oscar's. Kirby went unnoticed out along 4 versus 3 as the CT defense starts to thin out. And HellRaisers, on the other hand, start to regroup. Bomb is going to get picked up by Stiko, and I don't know about you, but I think it looks like B is going to be the final destination.
This is just classic HellRaisers. Just grind them out, get those opening frags, let the CTs be aggressive, find out where they're playing, kill them, grind them down, and then when the clock's getting low, group up and hit a site with your numbers advantage. So absolutely classic HellRaisers, although they're typically leaving it very late here. 25 seconds on the clock and they've got to pick up that bomb.
Whoop, hello. HellRaisers win the HellRaisers win the round. Thank you, GoTV. And unfortunately, we all know what that small GoTV skip normally means. I guess not so unfortunate if you're a HellRaisers fan, but normally that skip would point towards HellRaisers winning overpass. What a monumental comeback it would be from them if that's genuinely what ends up happening. Especially, you know, with this going to overtime. Unbelievable. But here we go.
Dignitas had so many rounds to close it out, they'll be kicking themselves if they let this go.
Exactly. So many, you know, turning points in the game as well that, like you said, Dignitas will just be kicking themselves about. But here we go. Let's keep the faith. Let's not look too much into the small GoTV lag and focus on the round itself as things currently stand. Angel lands the headshot onto Tensky through a wall of some sort. Stiko, on the other hand, is in and around this sink area searching for more. He takes off the face of Kirby before MSL retaliates with an AWP kill of his own. Kucha joins in on the action. Angel on the complete other side of the map will get a kill as well. And now Rubino, the Norwegian, to try and save the day. He gets 1 kill, but has 3 more to try and terminate. But he, unfortunately, is the man to go down. 21-16. Finally, Dignitas lose a map of their choice. And it leaves things at 2-1 in this best of 5 in favour of HellRaisers. The next map will be Inferno. And ladies and gents, if HellRaisers win that one, then they win this best of 5 grand final.
It's been so close to call so far. Overtime, you can't get closer than this, so I'm going to be interested in how Inferno actually turns out at the end. But absolutely great game so far. I've been really enjoying this. What about you, Kai Knight?
Well, I think it's been great, you know, with it being a best of 5 grand final. This is exactly why you have BO5 grand finals, because even though if this was a best of 3, even though theoretically HellRaisers would have come out on top, let's be honest, there still really isn't that much between the two sides. So two more, a potential 2 more maps could be exactly what we need to really separate between these two teams. But that to one side, I think we should all go for a quick, well-deserved water break, small toilet break. As we've just come out of overpass. But on that note, guys, remember to follow the channel, and we'll be back in a few minutes' time. Don't go anywhere.
You think that using her would get to me?